Hey guys, I'm here to talk to all the people who are working in government sector, and I'm going to tell something controversial, but I would definitely recommend that guys go through the video till end and try to understand what idea that I want to communicate. Okay, so what I want to tell you guys is move to private sector. Okay, all the people who work into government move to private sector. Definitely the question is like why one should move from government to private, and I'll try to answer, and we may have a difference of opinion. I completely I am cognizant of the fact that we may have different opinion, and let's try to clarify, okay, through the points that I make, and I'm sure you guys will also let me know what are your thoughts. So, I acknowledge that people who are working into government sectors are all talented. That's my first point. Second, I also want to say that all the people who are working in the government sector has job security, and they have a very fair and steady income. So these are three things which are great about uh, people who work in the government sector, and I acknowledge the fact. Now, why I am saying that you still should move to private. See, now what is my point is, one of the most important thing is that differential treatment. What is that? See, if you are into government sector, whether you are a great performer or whether you are an average performer, you get same treatment. That means same pay, same hike, and a similar kind of projects, similar kind of work that will be assigned to you. But if you move to private sector, uh, say if you're very talented, so what happens? If you show a performance track, any critical assignments would be given to you first. I mean, you'll be the preferred person. Any when it comes to reward, you will be given the highest rewards. That means it is not that whether you perform or don't perform, you get the same hikes, same bonus, same treatment with respect to your assignments that you get. Okay, that means you will, if you are into private, you quickly get involved into more innovative projects, more creative projects, where higher level of effort is required and where your skill set is matching. So all these opportunities are available. That means, if and most of the people say, think of people who are going to private, they're not getting to government and they're going to private, right? Because most of the people will first prefer for government, but then they will go to private in case they're not getting it. And when you go there, you compete with them. So first, anyways, you are talented, and then if you're talented, think what is your potential there. You will be mostly into the top bracket of performance, and you get uh, always recognized, you get critical assignments to work on, and definitely you get recognized through pay, through bonus, etc., differentially. So that's one of the very important factor which gives you a lot of motivation. You become more creative, you become more, you'll put your hard work, you'll put your dedication, because you get reactions accordingly, you get the treatment accordingly, basis your skill sets. Okay, and I am 100% sure that most of the people who are into government are having good skill sets, good talent, so you'll do great job. That's one differential treatment. Second is the pay. See, I'll tell you, in government sector, while they pay fair salary, but if you see growth and compare with the private sector, if you are a performer, I'm telling you, within like 4 to 5 years, you earn around 80,000 to 1 lakh rupees per month. And that I'm saying for an average performer. If you are exceptional performer, then you cannot imagine what is the limit. But even if you are basic, or maybe the average, just meeting the expectations, you will be within 80,000 to 1 lakh rupees bracket within 5 to 6 years of time. And check for yourself, if you are also 4 to 5 years into government sector, and if you're earning that or not. You might say that there are other benefits as well, which will be there in the private as well. Okay, not exactly same, but they will be. But then ultimately, if you check what you're taking home, is what I'm talking about. Okay, so that's pay is the second point why I say it. Now the third thing is your skill sets. See, if you see government sector, they are still trying to solve the problem of their staffing. You will hear a lot of departments are saying that, hey, we don't have sufficient staff. If you go to court, judges is not there. If you go to hospitals, doctors are not there. Government hospitals I'm talking about. If you go to schools, teachers are not there. Staffing is a big problem they're unable to solve till today. uh, and if they don't have stuff, how will they solve problems of of your society, community, of your country, your state, your world? How will you solve if you don't have manpower itself? uh, and then if you look around, like if there's any innovation, any kind of creative work which is going on, there's a lot of things now has changed. Say look for any high-tech smartphones, high-tech mobiles, and then laptops, internet technology. Like, for example, if you take banking itself, internet banking was started by ICICI Bank. Why not government started? Because they don't strive uh, to serve and be one of the best, to improve what is existing. Because government sector is like they are, I would not say they're not trying to or they don't want to, but they have their own smaller problems. Unless they are able to solve that, they will not be able to look for the creative ones or the bigger ones. And because of that, the people who are working there will never get an opportunity or exposure to work into problems which are which can impact larger population. Like, for example, see, did government ever thought about making an app like, say, YouTube, something like, say, Google Maps, Google Photos? They also have big investment capacity. They also have talented pool of software engineers. But do they try to do that? Because they are not into solving critical large problems. So in private sector, because you strive to do continuously improve, you improve your skill sets a lot over a period of time. Okay, so that's my third point. So first is differential treatment, second is your pay, third is your skill set. Now, what is fourth point? Uh, See, the fourth very important point which I want to tell is, if you continue to work in government sector, you will only achieve what is expected. You cannot do things which are unexpected. You cannot do things which is extraordinary. That means, say if you get into a government job, say you earn 60 to 70,000 in your initial days. Slowly you keep going up, you go to 80, 90, and maybe 1 lakh, 1,20,000, and then your career comes to a end, etc. But say, for example, if you're into private organizations, if you have average talent, you will have average career. But if you have unique skills, if you have niche talent, you can go up to very very higher levels, and regardless of what is your caste, what background you come from, what kind of political influence you have, etc., etc. In government sectors, most of the people are, there's a lot of bureaucracy, there's bureaucrats involved, there's a lot of politicians. You keep solving their problems, and your work, your life becomes complicated there. But when you come to private sectors, all these things are already eliminated. There's nothing which can be influenced by your caste, by your political interference, etc. So what works is sheer talent. And if you have talent, you can go to big level of management. You can go up to CEO levels of a lot of organizations which are going through. You develop your entrepreneurial skill sets. You can start your own businesses, because you get a lot of knowledge, skill sets, and you can achieve something which is extraordinary, which is unexpected. So the bottom line is, what I want to tell all the folks who are into government is, guys, see, I'm not saying that jump off quickly to private sector and to any organizations. No, choose one of the best organizations. See, people who work into Microsoft, Google, Facebook, Apple. These are one of the top organizations, right? Uh, what I'm trying to say is choose one of the best organizations and one of the best roles as per your skill set, as per your interest. Keep looking out for, and when you get it, then only you do it. Maybe you stabilize your career, your life for like 2, 3, 4 years, and once you feel that, yeah, I'm good, I'm confident, I have fair enough bank balance that I can switch now, take risk for 1, 2 years, etc. I would say take that risk. That'll give you a lot of accomplishment in your life. It will definitely have a risk, but unless you take that risk, taking that big leap will never be in your scope. Also, you will just leave and live and go off with an ordinary expected life. You will never do something extraordinary, something which you have not imagined, something which you have not expected. You will never be able to achieve that. So if you want to do something extraordinary and you want to achieve unexpected things, you need to switch. All the best, guys.